one of the things that I really believe is we should have the restoration of the Davidic monarchy. That's what should be done. And even if we have, I think that even if we have a system like the British system, a hereditary monarch who's a figurehead, his job is to, remember, it's so interesting. We look at the Hilchos Malachim. I remember I told you the Rambam says Navi, Shofet, or Melech. Many of the halachot, as a matter of fact, more examples of halachot, what the king has the right to do or what the king is supposed to do, etc., are learned from what explicitly by the Rambam? From the example of Yehoshua. It says you can't set up a king unless Pi Navi, just like Moses did to Joshua. And just like that's right, and all the example is Joshua. Yeah, but Joshua didn't take taxes. Moses didn't tax the people. Samuel didn't tax the people. Yeah, he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to. The king has a lot of rights, but he doesn't have to exercise any of those rights. Vasimbo is ne Yehoshua. Okay, Joshua was the first one told by Moses when write this down in a book and put in charge of Joshua, and then writing the Sefer Torah at the end in Parshas Vayelech. Right? Who's involved in the Torah writing with Moshe Rabbeinu? Joshua. Why? Because kings got to write Sefer Torah. Everything about it is from the Yehoshua paradigm. More than King David. There are more examples the Rambam brings about what a king is supposed to do, or various halachot involving the king. More are learned from Joshua than are learned from King David in the Rambam. Okay, very, very, very important. So you don't have to do everything as a king. We don't have to have this. So it would be great. Could we have a king? Yeah. Will we deal with the guy who has the capacity to kill rebels? The king doesn't have to exercise that power. Does he have to tax like a king? Does he have to do all these things? No. So I think it would be great if we went to have the system instead of President Herzog, who's a okay guy, as far as like the elections. There was no one more qualified with a better resume to be president, I guess, of Israel. His grandfather was his father was president. His grandfather was chief rabbi. He was the head of the opposition. Longtime politician, Knesset, at various positions, head of the Sochnut. The Sochnut was it? Okay, so he had the as far as all the other candidates go, he had the real resume. But he's a Levi. Okay, he's a Levi. We should have a Davidian be the permanent president of Israel, and it should be a hereditary position, and he could be a good Jewish leader. I think that's the thing, and there are other people believe it. Like we could say, where's our king? Says one day, Navi says this. One day, the Jewish people will come back. We'll miss the system. That it offers stability and something that we should go back to. Just like we pray for the reestablishment of the temple and the service, so too we look forward to having a Davidic monarchy the way it should be.
We would like to encourage our viewers to share these videos with friends and send in your responses. If you would like to obtain Birkon Nusach Eretz Yisrael or invite the rabbi for a speaking engagement, please email us at office@machonshilo.org.